We are obsessed with sleep. And it's not just us. The business of sleep is global. We buy smartwatches to track our sleep quality. We invest in mattress and pillows. We agonize over thread count and fabric choices. We drink down sleep tonics. Silicon Valley has even unleashed sleep robots which cuddles us. Now, we have created an entire sleep economy, all in the pursuit of a good night's sleep. Danielle Weakley, our homeware editor, she's in studio to help us steer us in the right direction when it comes to choosing just the right things to make for your best night's sleep. And starting with, of course, a pillow and duvet inners. This is something I get quite passionate about because I feel like there's something for each season, for each thing that's wrong with you. You can fix it through buying the right pillows and duvets.
That's why it sometimes feels a little bit intimidating, because there's a lot to think about. So even just with buying a pillow or a duvet, you need to think about the fiber, the quality, the weight, the fabric, so things like that. So what's inside and what it looks like. But I brought a couple of different options, as you can see, and I'm going to run you through them.
Okay.
So I picked 3 of my favorites that I think also kind of work for everybody. So if you're a hypoallergenic sleeper,
yes.
dun, dun, dun,
this one is for
the anti-allergy pillow. So great if you've got any kind of allergies. It's actually fully recycled. So 1 million plastic bottles that would have gone into landfills are locally manufactured, turned into recycled polyester, and that makes the hollow fiber that fills these duvets.
And for me, I don't like a pillow that's too hard or too soft, so I like that in-between firmness, which is quite great.
It is a nice firmness. The softer pillows, so the duck down, which is all natural, they're super long-lasting as well. So a duck pillow will generally last you about 25% longer than any of the others, so great cost per wear. And then there's the memory foam. So this is kind of if you prefer a higher loft, it's memory foam. It contours to your neck and your back, so great for neck and back pain and a slightly firmer sleep.
I feel like I have one of each on my bed. I do have a memory foam. It's like the hard one, the soft one, and the extra soft one.
So then people like you also need to know when to replace your pillows, right?
Yes, please tell me, how often are you supposed to replace your pillow?
So the idea is every 1 to 2 years, but in theory it's if you can fold it in half. Which, I mean, you can see these are beautiful and puffy. You're not going to be able to fold them.
So if you suppose...
If they're such a plat under that you can actually fold them in half, like the pannenkoek, then they need to go. But you'll also feel it. If they're starting to feel lumpy, or if you're getting neck pain or headaches or anything along those lines, it's time. But if you can fold them, Def's time.
Okay. Now, I love that we've touched on the pillows because I feel like this is a whole world we can explore for like more than the few minutes that we have right now. Let's shift our attention to the duvet inners.
Yes.
I have a duvet for winter. I have one for summer, and it just takes up a lot of space. But I know you've brought 3 special ones along.
They do take up a lot of space, but you're absolutely right that you want one for summer and winter. So the important thing to know about duvets is to look at their Tog rating. And if you've ever stood in Woolworths and wondered what a Tog was, the Tog is how much it either retains or lets go of heat. So a low Tog rating like a 3 means it's a summer weight and it'll release a lot of heat, whereas the higher Togs up to like a 13 retain a lot of heat and keep you warm.
Okay.
So that's how it works. So something like, and this is my favorite, I think it's genius, this is the all-season duvet. Dun, dun, dun.
I needed that in my life.
I know. So it's actually 2. It's a low Tog and a higher Tog that you can clip together. So in summer, just use the one that's lighter. As it gets cooler, use the heavier Tog, which is, so you've got a 5 Tog and an 8 Tog. And then by winter, you can clip them together to make a 13 Tog that can basically take you to the Antarctic if you prefer.
Oh gosh, I love, that's my kind of sleep.
I know, don't you love it?
Where you wake up and you're like, I actually don't want to leave the comfort of my bed right now.
These are great. So this is the all season. You also get a hypoallergenic. So again, if you suffer from any allergies, if dust mites trigger things, it's made with the same hollow fiber that's used in the pillow, so fully recycled. The hollow fiber means that there's a lot more air pockets in the duvet, so again, it traps heat a lot. And then the classic, the all-natural duck, which is super soft and fluffy and contours against your body. And those are my 3 babes.
I'm assuming won't replace as often as your pillow?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They definitely don't need the fold them in half, 2-year guarantee. No, they stay for a lot longer.
What is the ideal lifespan, or is there no specific?
I don't think there's necessarily a lifespan for a duvet because it depends how much you use it, but you'll feel if it starts to get lumpy, it's time to replace. So it'll start thinning in patches when it's too old, and then you kind of want that loft again for something that's a bit fluffier.
Well, Danielle, thank you so much
Pleasure.
for joining us this morning. Okay, I think we have that covered then. The sleep economy and a good 8 hours is yours for the taking. Now, you can find all of your bedroom needs at Woolworths, plus you get 20% off selected bedding and inners, as well as an extra 5% off when paying with your Woolies card online. This offer is only valid for a limited time and subject to availability. And remember, it's for online only. And those T's and C's do apply.